Hello, or good evening, I should say. It's a ridiculous time here in Denmark. It is Saturday, 12:30 at night, and it's basically, in theory, the 3rd of July already here in Denmark. And you know what? I wanted to participate in a World of Watercolor Month 2022, and I'm already off for this awful start where I'm late. But I blame it on the Tour de France that came to Denmark, so I didn't have time to. I just didn't find any time to do it on Friday, and then today is actually Saturday, so I'm only like I'm biting it in the bud. Okay, I went into Doodle Wash and watched their creative prompts for this year, and it turns out that I also want to do them in an abstract way. So I'm setting myself up for something that's like really going to be a challenge, because it's the first time that I have to give myself a prompt and solve it in an abstract way. Usually, when I do abstractions, it's the other way around. I am splashing down colors on a paper, and then it turns out to gets its own life, and then you add more colors where you like it, and you actually build the composition like as you're going, without a specific goal in mind. So to have a prompt that you need to solve in an abstraction is the first time for me I have worked like that. The first prompt is train, and the second prompt is passion. And if I could make those two prompts today, I would be caught up. I don't know how far I'll get because it is like 12:30 at night. So maybe I'll only manage to do the train part. I got this neglected palette of mine, and it's a super nice palette. I have no idea why I keep passing it over when I select my watercolor, which ones to play with. It's a super nice paint. I think the palette itself, mm, what was the name of it? I found it on Amazon. Jerry Q, I think it was called. Jerry Q, yeah. And it came with an assortment of different paint that I took out and refilled it with my stash of Sennelier and Daniel Smith. So we got a lot of different things in here. Basically, it's the 6 tube set from Daniel Smith with the primary, where you had a warm and a cold of each primary color. That's 6 tubes right there. And then it's, I think, some Luna Black from Daniel Smith, and then the rest of them are from the student grade Sennelier palette that, for some oddball reason, didn't quite get used so much because I got the real. It sounds so like I'm a snob. I got the real Sennelier. I didn't want it to come off like that. But there is like artist grade, and then there's like student grade, and I already got the good stuff from Sennelier, so why not paint with that first? So going out and buying the student grade from the same company was just splurge, you could say it. Like, it brings me joy. It gives me like good makes me happy to go and buy watercolors. I can't explain it why. I think some women likes, is a bag slut and likes to buy a lot of bags, or shoe hoe, or whatever you Americans are calling it. I must be like a watercolor hoe because I really enjoy buying the watercolors, and it's very difficult for me to keep track on all the small, convenient, fun sets because I tend to grab for the same sets over and over again. So yeah, that was the presentation of the paint. Maybe I can actually get the palette and my paper in frame. What's so lovely about this Jerry Q palette is that it got these wings. So when you're streaming, you can actually get like the color and your mixes in one shot. Okay, I was just prepping up my palette with water. I soaked my brush. I got 2 jars of water next to me, you know, the dirty water and the fresh, clean water, and I should, in theory, be ready to go. So let's see. Well, I want to solve this in like an abstract way. So I don't think that I should give myself a ton of sketch lines, but at least I want to give like a hint of a bridge because I need something that scales out the size of the train, you know, get some scaling down. So I'm thinking about this traditional kind of brick bridge where you got these um, this curved architecture, and then I'm not supposed to be super detailed with the train itself because it is, as you know, an abstraction. So maybe I should just like Turner, hint the chimney of the old locomotive and let it come out from a haze of colors. So if I try and just gently do this sketch of some sort of a locomotive. Yeah, you can barely see what I'm doing, but I don't want to push too far with my Prisma colored pencil because then I'm actually doing line work. Okay. Okay, now, you know, it's new to me to do these abstractions. So I don't really know how to approach it. I think I would put water on my paper first. Let's give it a wet wash so that pigments can like really disperse itself. I'm working on horrible wood pulp paper. I deliberately chose this horrible sketchbook for this watercolor month prompt because I want to use up this sketchbook. I dislike the paper and I keep wasting stuff in it. You know, when you dislike a sketchbook, then you start getting not serious with the things that you're putting in it. So you're just fooling around in it. And it feels suddenly like a waste of, yeah, time because I'm not really making an effort in this sketchbook. So to fill up 31 of the pages of this wood pulp with actual prompt would kind of justify that it's done and I can put it away. Okay, I think I want to give myself like blue corners. And because it's an abstraction, I should actually turn that into some sort of purple. I should change up the colors. So let me try and mix in some red in this and see if we can get something that's not really what brings you in mind of a sky. Yeah, the bad thing about this sketchbook, can you see how it's curving down? Maybe I can put something underneath it. Hmm. What about this stapler right here? What if I try and do that? Okay, you have to MacGyver it a little bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna play with the colors. I think I need something that's kind of pinkish. The only thing I got in this palette that's not a watercolor is this pen right here, and it's actually gouache from Pibeo, I think. It's an okay brand. It's not like my favorite gouache. It can give me this opaque, transparent pink. More of that, yeah. I'm thinking I want some fog to come out of the train, so it looks like it's just breaking through the atmosphere with some fog coming up. So maybe it's not so bad to give myself like a background of colored sky so that the fog can like really stand out. Oh man, these colors on my screen are like really horrible. What can I do? Can I change the light? There was a cool light, a warm light. Maybe this one. Maybe I should just put in colors stronger so that you guys can see. So let's go to some yellow that ought to show up on your screen. But you guys know with watercolor, you're building up slowly, like pale washes, and then suddenly you might go mass tone on a particular area. Okay, now I need to get that abstract feeling, so I need to splush down. Now I need to go crazy, you know. So let me prepare some puddles on this side here. So I just conveniently can dip to get more of one particular color. Okay, we definitely want like a brownish. I also think that ochre would do well in some sort of bring your thoughts towards like a desert landscape or something. I don't think that I should go so much green and foliage because I already got the blue in the sky. So it will be too many colors that represent a landscape, you know. So the kind of idea of abstraction is gone if I just give all the landscapes colors to begin with. Okay, I'm trying to just introduce that ochre into the painting and then warming it up with some reddish kind of on the side here. And then let's keep in fantasy that since there is a bridge, there have to be some sort of water that the bridge is crossing. So I could actually just plot in some of that blue. Yeah, and now I totally stopped talking because now I'm thinking, what if I give myself like something dark brown over here? Hmm. I think I want to do like crazy strokes to keep some sort of wildness to this abstract. Otherwise, it will be so damn neat, you know. If I start fiddling, I think I will lose the touch of abstraction. So the initial first washes, I think I should just give myself like white impulsive strokes to get loosen up. Oh man, I really dislike this paper. It doesn't really like feather out, you know. So it's very different to paint on compared to arches or something else. Okay, I need to be very specific with the chimney of the train because that's the only part that's going to tell your brain that this is actually a train. So let me just dot in some contrast here for the wagons of the train. And I know it's gonna feather out. And I'm avoiding the chimney because I want a more like defined look on that chimney. Okay, let me give myself like a bottom line of something something. That's the curve of the bridge, I'm thinking. Okay, so far I have tremendous amount of puddles. I'm gonna soak them up with paper. And I think that I should let this first wash dry and just build on top of it. I do like that this is forming out a little bit strange up here. And I kind of feel an urge to maybe introduce some white gouache actually at this stage, just to get that kind of hazy look. Oh, I got this gouache palette right here from Artix, where I know I got this white gouache. So what if you would have it to go like in this direction maybe? There's like really nasty strokes on this one. And I think my strokes get so nasty because I don't like this paper. So I don't expect it to feather out like Arches does. So I just really need to use this sketchbook up. Maybe we could actually have some white that breaks this area right here in like a triangle, just a line work going down here. Just flatten out things up here. Yeah, I'm gonna let this dry, and then that would be like the first coat. I think I should just use the heat gun. It would take it much faster. So, heat gun. Oh, helps if I plug it in. I totally unplug it every time I go to bed because I'm so afraid that my cat, some magical way, will turn on my heat gun while I'm asleep. That would be like a disaster. Oh, hi, CP. Well, it's the 22nd of this month that he's going to Tivoli, so I haven't been to the concert yet, But we went to Tour de France, and then the 14th of this month, we got Mass Langer in Tivoli. So I can't say that I've been to any of the concert yet. Hi, Judy. Oh my God, it's totally flash. I don't know what's wrong with the. Can I fool with the color adjustments? No. You know what? I think I'm just gonna need to do this stronger because I can see a lot of things, but you guys can't see squat on this painting. So what if I just go super strong? Oh, hang on. What is wrong with my... There must be some setting where I can set my light. Uh, okay, where do I go? Uh, what is... It's a Logitech. There it is. For a second, I totally forgot what kind of camera that I have. Okay, that was not where to click. No. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll try and see if I can remove some of the white contrast. Um, retry. Okay, that did not help. Maybe it's in this program here. Oh man, I shouldn't even be fooling with this. Pommet Messina. Okay, automatisk hvidbalance. Måske kontrast. Like this. That didn't help anything. I am actually trying to get that whiteout away. Automatisk hvidbalance. What the hell is that? Oh, okay, that's not it. Måske, måske den der. Okay. Now you can at least see some colors. Oh, let me see. uh, I haven't been getting any notification. Just happened to see. Oh, okay. But I think that I am missing out so much of the notifications too. I don't know if I did some changings in my settings where I said no to some sort of commercials and stuff, and I think that might have pissed off YouTube so that you know when you say no to a lot of automatic things, they may push you back as a streamer last in the queue or something. Okay, I'm just gonna put in a lot more pigment so this at least would be showing up on the camera, because otherwise why do this stream if you guys can't see what I can see? But what I basically did was just to start up a background color here. And for those of you who just came in, it's a World of Watercolor Month that just started up. I wanted to participate. That really was my plan. And then suddenly it's already like the second, the third, the fourth is coming up, so I feel I am delayed already. So I got a little bit stressed just thinking that, oh shoot, I'm already behind. And that's the danger thing about if I participate in some sort of challenge. If I start getting behind with a week, I probably won't pick it up. So, but this year, I think I want to solve all the prompts in with abstraction, because I have never before tried to deliberately sit down going for a certain motive when I'm doing abstractions. It's always like the other way around. Like lucky strokes suddenly reminds me of an apple or something, and then I just go with it from there. But I never had sat down thinking really hard that I need to end up with something that's gonna look like a train. For in this case, right here, where the prompt is train. So I need to be careful not to use too many nature colors, because this is not going to be like a landscape painting, more like it has to be like an abstraction. So okay, I should definitely. Oh shoot, it still looks so bad on my screen. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? I think it's the light. Okay, I should try and turn off the headlight of my ceiling. No, no. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't stream at night, because I can't do squat about this light in my room. It's just bad, you know. It's just bad. So, but let me try and work some more with putting on stronger colors at least. Okay, the train itself, I think I should start sketching up in a second. I just want it to blur. Let's see. No problem, Lena. Just every now and then hold it up to the camera. Okay, I should do that. But now I actually got them more built up. I'm gonna heat set this so we can build it up even more. Oh, it's still wet. Okay, I'm gonna sketch now, but not too. Oh my god, it's still wet right there. You know, I'm just gonna blot that off, because it's gonna annoy me. Look at that huge bloom right there. Very unattractive. Okay, I'm just gonna sketch this up. Okay, I did try and use like very small line work. So let me come in with a tiny brush. I know it looks horrified right now. It looks like really scary. Bit of yellow. Okay, I got some of the. Maybe I should have like a darker shadow line down here because it is, after all, something going in this direction. Okay, now for the darker colors, darker, darker, darker. Now I need to think, where do I want to take this? Hmm. I definitely think that I should go like really dark down here. So let's pick up a different brush, maybe this one here. I'm going to a stiff brush now. And then I'm gonna give myself a dark mix. Oh my god. Now I remember why I dislike this palette. The pans seems to jump up because I haven't glued them down. Okay, now this is the difficult part for me because it needs to be abstraction. So, okay, I'm thinking no need brush strokes. Just crazy, impulsive brushwork with a very saturated, loaded brush. Oh, I'm already deviating from the plan. Maybe put in some dark blue right here. And some of this earth tone. Okay, let's mist this and see what we get. And then blot it back and forth. I got this sponge right here. I think I should have like the dark coming from this corner right here. Oh my god, it looks so horrible. But you know, if you got a plan, you just have to stick with it. And then let's see. It is too nice line work here. So maybe blot that out. Maybe the white gouache can actually help me here to make this more blotted out. Like now the train is coming from the and disappearing into this maybe. Okay, down here I need to change the texture. So let's get more in of this. Okay, now I need to dry it so that I don't move it around too much. Okay, now let's bring in a lot of white over here. Where to start? Maybe here? I'm thinking one of the issues that I got with abstractions is that I find it difficult to keep white on the paper. And then when I look at abstract art, I actually like white areas, light colored areas. So let me try and give myself the same here, something lighter. And it's not covering up the colors underneath still. And then some more dark down here just to give it some contrast. Should that be what colors? I don't want to use too much green. Maybe I should just go, dark, dark. What? Brown earth tones, maybe? I'm totally ending up making this with a sponge now. Yeah, it's getting more towards what I think that I would like. Oh my god, now I dropped my sponge into this rinsing jar. Rescue mission. I got like the most stupid setup here. I'm trying to work with a sponge while using a jar. Okay, we lost the sponge. Oh man, let's take off some of this paint in this corner here so it's not that blue. And I should be allowed to do so because I'm working on this wood pulp and it seems to like the pigment doesn't really soak into the paper. Yeah, I like that it's like softened up. Man, this is a crazy way of working. I'm sorry for not looking at the chat. I feel I'm in a little bit trouble here. Maybe more dark contrast down here. I think. Rest in peace, Sponge. It's down here. Isn't it gross? You can just see that it's peeking up. Maybe. Oh, now I got it. That's so gross. That is not normally how I would work with a sponge, but I'm streaming, so I don't feel like getting up and getting that kind of palette that I should rest this on. Yeah, it's getting a better frame with this dark down here, I think. And of course, we need like just smidgens of that same dark on the train itself, just selected areas. And maybe underneath this bridge also. Oh my god, did you see that? I'm gonna rescue that. Just a second. Yeah, I've got a little. Don't like that texture right there. Do like this maybe. Okay, let me give this like a thorough dry so I can really see what did I end up with. Okay, now for the white whoosh. We need some some white somehow. Do do do. Let's see. I'm going back to this gouache. I want some sort of white. I actually also want something that simulates that fog coming from the locomotive. I think we can see if we can use our fingers for that, just to make it that soft. Yeah, that seems to be working. Okay, we can almost break up some of that yellow. Probably you can't really tell on the screen. Maybe blur this one out a little bit more. Okay, so far let's Let's bring it up to the camera, see it up close. What a mess. Okay, what do we have? We have like coming out something that looks like a train. And then I really like, oh my god, did you see how dark it became? What happened? Oh no, did I push something right there? I guess I did. Hmm, I wonder what I pushed on my computer. All I did was to bring it up to the camera. Look how dark it is over here. Uh, Let me see. Oh my god, this is just a horrible, horrible stream. Color intensity, no. Okay, I'm gonna hit the go back to the standard when you bought the camera. Okay, that helped. Thanks God that helped. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. But yeah, it is super dark in here. I shouldn't do these lives when it's so dark. You can't even tell that I actually got a very funny texture and color here, going from like that bluish tone to some burnt umber, and then ending up in a raw sienna with a burnt sienna here. And I really like that the like an arch up here in the sky. So, but is it abstract enough? I mean, it still looks like a landscape, you know what I'm saying? So what if I put a little bit more yellow here just to break it up a bit? Let me try that stiff brush. See if I can get it clean enough. Ooh, I dipped it into some phthalo blue, so it's not happy about getting cleaned. Let's try and just whoosh in some yellow like this. Give it a spritz. And then try and soften it up. Yeah, it helped a little bit. I still think though that I could need some areas with a little bit more dark contrast. So with the risk of ruining it, let me first dab in some dark down here and see if I can, with my brush or my mister or whatnot, kind of incorporate it. Freaking scary to have so much black down on the page. So let's start working it in. Maybe the sponge, I should go back to the sponge. Oh no, not again. Where did it go? Oh, there. For a second there, I totally lost the sponge once more. Yeah. Right now, when it's wet, I actually like the decision, but let's see when it dries up. Because sometimes black in watercolor is just ending up with a very flat look. But I think that it kind of needed that the statement of something darker. So let me try and dry it up. I was so lucky. It dried up, leaving um still sort of transparent, so it didn't go like black, like killing everything on the page. So it still looks like there are colors underneath. And I kind of like that it happened so fast, because these watercolor prompts, they have to be easy, quick. Otherwise I cannot keep up with this watercolor month. So I think I would call this one finished. It could have been more abstract. I don't think that I should have drawn in these curved lines. Line work here kind of kills it. So I'm gonna try and push them back. If I'm allowed to erase on it, I am not. Okay, another way to come around that is to take colored pencils in a different shade. Let's try this coppery gold, and then just do several strokes. I'm just trying to mimic sketchy strokes next to them. There, it's softened up a little bit. So yeah, the first prompt is done. Yay! Okay, let me see. Oh, hooray! Second prompt is passion. How can you do an abstract of passion? Passion, I think they're killing me. Uh, okay, an abstract of passion, and it is so dark here. Um, so it's gonna be like a gloomy passion. Okay, I should work on some pages ahead, because this is a little bit damped. There's passion in fruit. Yeah, fruit passion. But let me see if I can sketch down the abstract feeling of passion. It's gonna be something with pink, right? Um, thinking. I'm thinking like crazy. Okay, we could actually try and solve it with gouache. Let me turn on my light. It's very dark in here. That kind of helped me a little bit. Let's try and solve this passion with gouache using primary this row here. And let's see if we can give ourselves like a ton of strokes to begin with a lot of water in it. More water than I usually would use on gouache. Um, okay, out of something dark could come something bright, right? So we can like warm it up. A bit more like a flame, maybe. That was maybe too much. And a bit more orange here. Okay, let's try and spread this out. And the dark color, it shouldn't be black, but it could be like a Prussian blue coming from over here, maybe. With a little bit of black in it. Okay, let's try and spread it out. This will be our base for the passion page. Maybe not so much that way. And then here I'm gonna leave this a little bit white, maybe just a little bit of purple inside. Let me get a clean brush here. Maybe this lavender right here. Maybe more red down here in the bottom. I do like red. That's like my favorite color. Okay, that's the first layer. Maybe I can actually sponge in a little bit of texture, not a lot. Okay, let's dry this up and then add more strong colors on top of it. this, this is like really not looking like anything. Okay, it's a bit more dried up. Okay, I want more yellow up here, I think. Hi, Amber. You just crashed into a abstract painting trying to paint passion. I'm thinking like flame colors. And I'm using gouache. It's for Watercolor Month prompt. And I want to put in some mass tone of each of the colors and then see if I can maybe with the sponge give it a little bit more texture. So if I start with the orange, I won't contaminate too much of my sponge. it's going up here. Yes. And then the red down here. I like that it's like rising up. And then I totally like that it's going to be like almost white over here. So let me try and put in some more white just for the kick of it. Oh my god, this is like harder than you think. So it's get this light area feeling up here because passion makes you feel sometimes maybe I guess light, a little bit yellow. I like this lavender down here. I'm just giving it a little bit darker lavender to base it, yeah, ground it, you could say. Okay, and let's carve out something in the dark here that's gonna like a thought, an idea, um, maybe the beginning of a face or something. I'm simply just gonna paint with a brush or draw with a brush and lift off the pigment instead of adding pigment. We're gonna draw by lifting off pigment. That's that's an eyes kind of odd shape. I like this, just like a hint of a face. Sorry for being so quiet. Okay, now maybe something to do with love. When I think about passion, I think love. Okay, uh, but I suppose it could also argue that anger is passion too. Okay, I'm thinking here about like the flames, like something I don't know, something that's like ignited. I feel that this side of the page is ignited with something. So coming from this area here, that might be a little bit too gloomy. Maybe I can lighten it up. Um, how would I lighten it up a little bit? Hmm, thinking, adding in a different color up here, maybe. I could go a bit lighter with this green tone here. It is lightened up a little bit now. Now I need to work on that transition right there. I like that it's like strokes that you can see. Okay, to do it like totally crazy, I think I should come in with some sort of glitter on top of these. What the hell are these? Looks like antlers, but maybe they represent something like an outgoing motion or something. Oh man, this is actually harder than you think. I totally need some gold glitter to come in. So I'm just taking off some of the paint so that the gold got more white paper to shine back from. And then I'm gonna go get a watercolor that's gold. Okay, let me get that palette. Yeah, glitter, glitter to the rescue. Okay, and now I think I should like let it strike out like lightning or something. Okay, now it's turning into like some sort of a tree. I don't think that's exactly the direction that I had in mind. But let it at least connect these three antlers somehow. And then use some of the gold on this face also. Yeah, this is totally insane. What a crazy way to solve a prompt. I'm just fiddling here trying to carve out a little bit more likable face. Maybe a bit more. I'm just pushing pigment actually. Sorry for being so quiet. Okay, that's gotta do it. It's coming out like an antler. Am I content with this? Okay. it is super crazy, and I kind of like it, except for that part right there. Okay, I'm gonna try and just take it a little bit off to begin with, just to remove some of it. Trying to put in some white and see if that will push it back to a little bit more likable state. I'm just gonna use my finger. Yeah, it's actually better. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, but I actually kind of like it. Maybe it could be more dark down here. So to remove the stripes, I'm just gonna push with my finger. It was a little bit streaky, I think. Streaky texture. Okay. Oh man, this is insane. Oh, you like it a lot, CPU. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think it's got some dynamic. I'm not so sure about this area. I should blur out the way these golden spikes are introduced, so we can try and mist it. Yeah, it's a little bit better, a little bit softer. We could actually, it is, like an abstract, so we could shape some sort of hair, because our eyes would like to put in hair. So maybe like this, actually. Okay, let me hit it with a heat gun so the glare will disappear from this area here. Yeah, I think I should leave it, because it's still got those crazy strokes and stuff. So I think I will call this prompt number 2, which was the passion. And yeah, then I'm caught up on this watercolor prompt thing. Oh, what's tomorrow? It's actually already tomorrow today here in Denmark. Time. Time? Are you kidding me? How the hell can you make like an abstraction of time? Hi, Deb Smith. Thanks for showing up, guys, by the way. I just turned on the camera. Time. I should continue over here so it becomes like a page spread, right? So let me put down some lavender and some purple to just kind of marry these two pages together. And let me once again try and find that sponge. Holy crap, how can a sponge disappear so much during one stream? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna sponge in the lavender while I'm thinking. Okay, time, we can do it in various ways. There's like the Salvador Dali, where you just could paint like a curved clock over a stone or something. And then we can go like totally Einstein, like one of his theories is that time is the carrier of light also. You know, when you look at the planets in the universe, and when he had to prove his theory about light is bending in waves because of gravity, he also included time in that equation, because you know, the way that we view time here on earth is actually a picture of what has been going on in the universe for a long time. So I could actually try to make an Einstein solution to an abstraction of time. Does it sound too crazy? I think I think it's possible. I just need to think about how I want to solve it. Best case scenario is to be able to depict like train wrecks, something that's traveling. Uh, yeah, let me think. Quantum physics. I know. I know. Why even go there? Why not just take the Salvador Dali easy way out? Um, I'm thinking. Yeah, what time is, like this, like he said, relative. You know. So if you are okay. Now I think I got it. We need acceleration because remember that epic thing where he said something about if you stand on a train, is time moving with the same speed when you are standing on an object that's accelerating? And that's how he figured out that time actually appears to be stopping when you're on the train. So let's try and think in that direction. These are like hard prompts, guys. But now we got this celestial kind of universe here. Let me dry it up so it's ready to receive another layer. Let's see. I could do a bird flying and carrying a clock. Yeah, like out of space. Um, I think I wanna work with that theory of the train in movement, like acceleration. And okay, here's the deal. In Bern, that's a city, right? There is this clock that kind of gets a signal from a satellite of the correct time. And that signal travels on a train that's moving, that's in acceleration. And the cool thing is that the clock is the same on the moving train and on the city hall clock that's standing still. And we are on uh, this abstract page anyway, so we can do what we want to do. So I want to depict that moving train, and let's just make it a locomotive just for fun. Like a train like rushing into a void. Oh man, this is like an odd train. And up here we could have that city clock that's kind of receiving the correct time from a satellite in outer space. You have one of those clocks, when they're adjusting the time, suddenly past midnight, you see the arms of the clock just going round, round, round until it settles into the correct time that it picks up from a satellite. And that kind of thing would like puzzle Einstein crazy because he would think about the rotation of the Earth is sending a signal to some stationary clock, but also is able to fix time on a moving object. That would totally freak him out, I'm telling you. It would take him a while to understand first how we are able to get a satellite out in space. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I think we only need like the rule of three. We only need like three of these. Yeah, this page spread will always remind me of, how Einstein would like freak out. Oh, I'm so quiet. I'm sorry. I just really want to make like something that doesn't look horrible as a train, and so I have to like cover it up because I'm so bad at sketching it. That's always like to do. If you wanna just give the hint of something. Maybe what's wrong is that this chimney right here is supposed to be bigger. I don't know. I don't know. There's something off here. It's okay with me. Oh, maybe I just need the hint of the windows. Okay, it is speeding off. And I think I want to leave that building right there with that purple, very pale look. Maybe going like pinkish. Or maybe just more lavender on the side right here. Yeah, that is so odd. What about the clocks? I could actually do those in gold because I used gold over here. So the arms of the clocks be like these broken lines of gold. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, it needs another. That's true. Was it this pencil? I think. I like that I only like mentioned three of them, so it doesn't clutter. It doesn't become too dense up here. Yeah. To me, I think I can think about why this represents time when I look back at it. So I'm content. Oh, phew! Then I did. Ooh, I already got a bug right there. I got my door open. Get away! Yeah, I think that that turns out solved. So now I did the watercolor month prompts. I simply just did it fast. I think that's the way to do these challenges, monthly challenges, that you don't overthink and just jump and go for it. And then you're more likely to maybe keep up because 31 days of one drawing each day, that's like, quite a commitment, right? Let's see. Taken together, the two pages make me think that her thoughts are sending the train spiraling through space and time. Oh, yes, that could actually be Einstein's thoughts. Like how he was puzzling. He was a very visual man, like he saw images. Yeah, that's really likable. Um, yeah, I guess I'm caught up on the on the watercolor prompts. So let me see. Tomorrow I will challenge myself to do an abstract of patriotic. I don't want to go into like war and soldier. I think I'm gonna take the easy one there and then do maybe our national flag, you know, waving. Let's see. And then Monday is welcome. Try and do an abstract of welcome. Maybe like an open door. I don't know. Ugh, yeah. But it's fun to put in that element, that extra element of trying to work abstract. I think it's harder than it looks like because I don't know. It's just when you're looking at abstraction, it either work or it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like it's either speak to you or it doesn't. So it's kind of strange. But okay, thank you guys for showing up. I am so happy that I didn't just stream to an empty void. You could do your flag with all the parts in the wrong places. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Uh, Mine is a white cross on a red background. Um, I could do something where it's waving so much in the wind that you have to look for the shape of the flag. You know what I mean? Like the white cross, like you do like a wavery red background that fills up the whole page, and then the white of the cross is just suggested. So that would still be like an abstract. So, oh, thank you, Amber. So, but yeah, let me think about it. It's actually fun, these challenges of Watercolor Month. I get my prompts from Doodle Wash webpage. So in case that you guys want to take on the monthly challenge, you still got time. So wish you a nice week, and I'll try and do a short one as often as I can during this Watercolor Month, just you know, so you can see my prompts. And because I'm telling you guys, if I just flip through this book at the end of the month, it will make like no sense when you bump into these pages, right? It would be like, hmm. So maybe it's more fun to see them worked in. Meow. Is that MWAA? Meow, Lena. Oh, by the way, our neighbor, their cat kind of lives in my house, and they went to a 3 weeks holiday where they are not in the country. So they just rang on my door and said goodbye to their cat and then left. And then my plan is I'll try and send them a picture every day of their cat. And because I am like I am, I want to fool around with the pictures. The cat is a boy. His name is Hugo. And I want to put his cat face into constellations that are crazy. So, yeah. I still haven't taken a good enough picture of him yet, but it's gonna be so fun while they're gone in these 3 weeks to send them some crazy pictures. So I'll take you guys on that ride too. So, but thank you for showing up, and wish you the best day ever. So I'm gonna end the stream. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.